Hello and welcome to my channel Kick Study. Today we will study about polymerase chain reaction, that is PCR, and this technique is given by Carey Mullis. So this PCR, which is polymerase chain reaction, is used for gene or DNA amplification. Amplification means making multiple copies of DNA or gene. Suppose if we get a blood sample at a crime place, and this blood sample is in a very small quantity. So this blood sample have RBC, WBC and platelet, and we also know that RBC and platelet do not have nucleus, only WBC have the nucleus. And if RBC platelet do not have the nucleus, so it must not be having DNA as well. So only WBC have the DNA. So by using PCR, we will amplify this DNA by using PCR. That is why PCR is very important for research work and experiment work, because at the crime place we will get a very small quantity of blood and it will have a very small quantity of DNA sample. So it's obvious that we will not going to get research on this very small quantity of DNA. So we need this DNA to be amplified, means we will multiply this DNA so we can use it in our research or experiment work. PCR. PCR has three steps, that is denaturation, annealing and extension. So the first step is denaturation. In denaturation, separation of DNA strands takes place. Suppose this is the DNA strand which we get from the blood sample. So we need to separate these DNA strands so we can amplify the one DNA into billion of DNAs. Okay, so how we will separate these two DNA strands? So we will separate these two DNA strands with the help of dilute HCl and at a high temperature, and this temperature is about to 90 to 94 degrees Celsius, and the optimum temperature, that is 92 degrees Celsius. And by using dilute HCl and at high temperature, the these hydrogen bonds are broken down and it will be separated into two DNA strands. And this temperature is given for a very short period of time so that only the hydrogen bonds get separated. If this high temperature is given for a long period of time, then these phosphodiester bonds will also be broken down, and it will break down our whole DNA strands. So that will be harmful for us. So we will not use this high temperature for a very long period of time. The next step is annealing. Annealing basically hybridization. Hybridization here is used because here we will use RNA primer, and I'll tell you about hybridization later. Firstly, let's say this. So here we can see that DNA strands are now separated by the help of diluted HCl and high temperature. So now we will use primer. So let's know what is primer. Primer is a small fragment of DNA. So here we will attach RNA primer so we can initiate another DNA strand. with the help of RNA primer only, the other DNA strands will be formed here. And this RNA primer will be attached only opposite to the 3' end. That is, you can see that here is 3' end, so we can attach here RNA primer, and here you also can see that here is 3' end, so we attaches RNA primer here. And this step also takes place at a very lower temperature as compared to the previous temperature, that is denaturation. There we were using 90 to 94 degree Celsius temperature. Here we are using 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. Now we will study about the third step, that is extension. Here you can see the DNA. These two DNA strands are separated, which you can see in red color. Okay, these are the new DNA strand which is formed, which you can see in green color. So here to make new DNA strand we need DNA nucleotide, and this DNA nucleotide bind to the RNA primer. This DNA nucleotide bind to the RNA primer. Here you had already seen that here is RNA primer, here is RNA primer. So with this RNA primer, DNA nucleotide will attach. With this primer, DNA nucleotide will attached. Okay, and with this primer, DNA polymerase will be also binding, which will help this DNA nuclease to bind and form the new strand. So here you can see that new DNA strand is formed. So we can see that from one DNA, from one double stranded DNA structure, we get two double stranded DNA structure. And if we will continue this PCR for 30 cycles, then approximately we will get 1 billion double stranded DNA structures. So let me explain what are the temperatures used here, which polymerase is used here. So let's see. DNA nucleotide bind to the primer, as I already said it to you, that DNA nucleotide need to be attached to the primer so that new strands of DNA will be formed. So here the temperature which is used is the 72 degrees Celsius. And DNA polymerase is an enzyme which is used to DNA polymerase is an enzyme which is used to synthesize new DNA strand, and in our body DNA polymerase works. But here the temperature is 72 degrees Celsius, so the DNA polymerase enzyme we cannot use, okay, from our body, because our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, which is very low as compared to 72 degrees Celsius. So if we use DNA polymerase, then it will denature all the enzymes. So we need thermostable enzyme. So we isolate this thermostable enzyme from Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria is a thermophilus bacteria, and this is the bacteria Thermus aquaticus, which is a archaebacteria. And from this Thermus aquaticus bacteria we will remove DNA polymerase enzyme, because this Thermus aquaticus bacteria survives at a very high temperature. So it's obvious that its DNA polymerase enzyme also survives at higher temperature. And so here we use DNA polymerase of Thermus aquaticus. And in annealing we use hybridization. In annealing we use hybridization word because this is the DNA strand of parent DNA strand, and this is the new DNA strand which we had formed. So you can you can see that it's in red color, it's in green color, and this green color is the DNA strand which we have made it, and this is already we are having. So you can see that these two DNA strands are different. So here annealing means hybridization. So today we have studied about polymerase chain reaction. So thank you guys for watching my videos. So please like, share and subscribe my video please.